We are at Powderly, Texas at the Dairy Queen, and here's their ice cream cake selection. And I picked up my niece and my two great nephews, and we're going on an adventure. Now I'll show you something.
Oh, this is a cool book.
I'll show you something. Oh yeah.
They always have books like this with the skins.
I love those. Those touch and feel or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
So I'll show you.
I didn't know they had something.
Yeah, I'll show you something, Jericho. So Jericho found this for me, and I'm going to show him how you look it up and see. They're checking out. They found some goodies. That storage unit was large, and it was just packed full of stuff. I got this brand new. It's a really thick, large roll of wrapping paper. It's extra long for $2. Everything I got was $2 each. And I told my niece she has like the coolest purse ever.
But everything around it's weird.
Yep. So we are at the Paris, Texas
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
I just got a badge too.
Oh, neat.
I'm looking for the stuff because I like the church had like a dress up day thing, and everybody dressed up Western, 2 people.
When Daniel was your age, he really liked stuff like that. This is a Goodwill that I went to as a kid. So this brings back memories. And I was telling my nephews that my stepdad, he was retired military, but then he worked for the bank and was city clerk through the years and a councilman, and also was the VA representative for the state employment service, and he always dressed real nice in suits, and a lot of his clothes he got right here at this Goodwill. And feels like they maybe expanded it since I was a kid, but it's very organized and open feeling. So we are on an adventure. I'm in Paris, Texas, and I have brought my niece and my great nephews over here, and we've been busy all day. We went to Powderly, Texas to eat at Dairy Queen, and then went to a sale in a storage unit next door to that, and it was just full of stuff. And then we went to the Goodwill that I grew up going to in Paris, Texas. And then we went on a wild goose chase trying to find an estate sale, and we finally gave up. And I told the boys their prayer life was probably increasing, and that's what I say to my own kids, because my kids say that my driving makes them nervous, and especially if I get to talking. But we made it here safely, and we're at what we call a strip mall, but that's probably not a good wording of it, but it's just an outdoor, it's a shopping center. And my niece has gone into Hobby Lobby, and my great nephews have gone into Five Below, and I told them I was going to sit this one out, and then we're going to go to a thrift store that my niece was telling me about that they really like, that is a pregnancy center that goes to help young women who are expecting and in need. And she said it's just a real neat place, and so all of the profits at that thrift store go to that ministry. And we have just been so busy with all kinds of goings on at life. We've been having groups out at the camp we oversee almost every weekend. It's fall, and the temperatures are still, even in the month of October, up in their 90s, but we know they're going to, we got a few day reprieve, and the temperatures were down in the 70s, but they're up hot again. But it's for the most part been pretty decent weather, and we had a fishing team come out and stay, a family reunion, and this weekend we have a men's ministry from a church coming, and they'll have a cookout and things. And so we've been more busy than usual in the fall at the little church camp that we oversee. And of course, my husband teaches school full time. He's a special ed teacher. So we're just busy. And as I've said in some of our other videos, we have 5 children, and they're all right now in their 20s. And my youngest just turned 21, and my oldest here in a couple of weeks is going to turn 30. But for the time being, for the last year or so, we've had all 5 of our children in their 20s. And that's because we had them all close together. And so now we've kind of hit the grandparent stage, and the stage where our children are getting married and settling down and becoming parents. And we've got our 5th grandbaby on the way now. And I'll be having a video here pretty soon that is the gender reveal that we just recently have. And I'll share with you guys about that. And so it's exciting times for us. And with all the busyness of our life, it feels like I've struggled with getting things listed on eBay, which I need to do. And, you can't go thrifting, often and not get things listed if you're thrifting to resell. Now, I do thrift for our family too. But so I've really tried this week when my husband goes to work. So I get up early. He usually leaves by 6 in the morning. And while the house is quiet, try to get several things listed, because it seems like if I don't, the day gets away with me, the busyness of life, and another day has passed and I didn't get anything listed. And since I've started doing YouTube, that also is taking a lot of my time, which I'm excited about that, and I really enjoy it. And I right now have 99 subscribers, so I'm hoping that here just any second, minute, or day, I'm going to cross the 100 threshold with my goal to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I posted my very first YouTube video in June of this year, so about 2.5 months ago. So I'm slowly but surely growing, and I've been enjoying sharing my experiences and sharing my life with you guys. But so that's kind of been my new goal this week that I'm going to try to continue on, is to first thing in the morning, try to get things listed before I get busy with my day. And anyway, we've just had a lot going on, and I'm thankful, and I can't wait to share. My youngest daughter had a craft night at her house that I got to go to, and that was so fun. And we made some neat pumpkins, and a lot of it was out of thrifted materials. And so that'll be neat. I'll be sharing that with you guys on a video. And at first I felt a little out of place. All of the ladies there, my 2 daughters and several friends, were all in their early 20s. And some of them I knew, and some of them I didn't know. Some of them were friends of my youngest daughter that I haven't met yet, that she and her husband go to church with. And at first I felt kind of out of place because I was so much older than them and everything, but I just jumped in and made the most of it. So I'm thankful that we made it home safely from our latest adventure. And this purchase, I believe, is my favorite thing of the day. I got this at that storage unit that we weren't even expecting to go to that. And while we were eating at Dairy Queen, my nephew spotted that they were having a sale next door at the storage unit place. And so this is just a cool looking wooden duck. It's about 1 foot tall, and I got that for $2. And at that sale, I also got this Millennium tie that my nephew had spotted. And let's see, I got this just to use here at our house. Just some fall decor, little wooden books, Pumpkin Kisses and Harvest Wishes. Anyway, and that big roll of wrapping paper, very large. So that'll come to good use here in a couple of months. And then the thrift store that I had told you about, that my niece had talked about, that was for the pregnancy Crisis Center. It ended up being closed because they're moving to a new location. But she took us to a neat consignment store that mostly has children's items and also clothing for all ages. But it was a real neat store, and stuff was very inexpensive there. And this is a new and sealed puzzle that I got for $1. And it's called Money Machine is the name of it. And then there I also got several books. Let's see. These two Tommy DePaola books, how I first found out about him was when my husband, back early in our marriage, was in college and was an education major. His professor had really recommended these books, and so I've enjoyed having some of those through the years to read to my kids. And I got this book. It has really adorable illustrations. And Where's Spot, which is just a classic book. And then our pastor's daughter really likes Elmo, and so I got that book also. And I paid $7 total for all of those books and the puzzle. And then at the Goodwill that I told you guys about, that's kind of sentimental because it's where I used to go growing up. And actually, when my husband and I lived over that way early in our marriage, we would go to that one sometimes too. But this is all I got there. These are really cute, kind of a heavy, they feel when you hold them, they're heavy like ceramic, but they feel like resin. And I just thought those were real unique, those cute firefighter light switch and outlet covers. And so that was what I got for the day. And then I had mentioned the cool purse that my niece had. She had bought that a while back in the Oklahoma City area. I'm assuming it's when she was up there when her husband was in the hospital. And she and my great nephews have had a really rough summer and have had a lot of loss. And so they could sure use your prayers. And they have the comfort and peace and the joy of the Lord, and that's what has gotten them through that. But I mentioned, so while she was there, she went into a little shop and bought a neat purse, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. And she said she's been getting compliments on it. And in any of the video I had, it was kind of just a far picture, so I asked her to send me a photo of that purse. So I'm going to drop that down right now and let you guys see too. It's just such a cool purse. But anyway, we had a fun outing, and like I said, I've got lots more material that I'm going to make into YouTube videos. And while we were in that last, the consignment shop, I came outside and I had something sell. Where is that? Here it is. And that's the thing I love about selling online, is it's working for you even when you're doing other things. We came out and I had a sale, and it was these vintage lipsticks that some of them had wear and staining on the boxes, but the lipsticks themselves are unused. They're Revlon, and they had sold for $30 plus shipping. So that helped pay for our outing. All right, guys, have a great day. And here's some photos throughout the day, mostly from the Goodwill that we went to.